Hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get a round of applause? And let's thank God for allowing us to be here today to celebrate Juneteenth. Come on, give me a round of applause. Let me know you're out there. Even if you're in the parking lot, if you can hear me, make some noise. And let's give God some praise for allowing us to be here for this wonderful occasion. My name is Rod Z. I also go by the name of DJ Nutty Professor. I will be your host and MC for tonight's program. And we have many dignitaries here, and they're going to be introduced by our mayor. But I wanted to give a shout out and welcome everyone to the event. And we're going to give a Juneteenth nugget very quickly for those of you who want some Juneteenth history and knowledge. On January 1st, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring all enslaved people in the Confederate States legally free. However, not be free until much, much later. So we had brothers and sisters who were free and didn't know it for almost 2 years later, y'all. And that's a shame. But we are here today. A path has been paved for us, and we are here to celebrate Juneteenth as a holiday. So let's give Orange County a round of applause for allowing us to come in front of their administrative building and celebrate Juneteenth. I'd also like to take this time before I bring up the mayor to acknowledge the food trucks, all the vendors. I'll be shouting them out momentarily and throughout this evening. And we also have the Divine Nine in the house, the Panhellenic Council. Let's hear it for all our Greeks in the building. Make some noise, Greeks. Also want to acknowledge Miss Monica May and Lisa Bachman. Let's give them a round of applause. And I want to acknowledge Rhonda Robinson and the event team for putting this together. Let's give them a round of applause. Now I'm going to ask a good friend of mine to come up. This man is walking Black history and walking Orlando history. I'm very proud to say I've known this man since I was a little kid, and I watched him go through and work his way up to the position he is now. He's the former Orange County Sheriff. Give it up for him for that. Come on, give it up for him. He's a member of my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to do that. I was going to try not to mention that, but I had to get that in. He is the bruz, and he is the current mayor of Orange County. Ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to stand to y'all feet and give this brother a proud salute. Come on, put your hands together for the honorable mayor of Orange County, Jerry Demmings.
All right. Give it up for Rod Z. Thank you all for showing up this evening as well. As I get started, let me make some acknowledgments. First, the First Lady of Orange County, my bride, the Honorable former Congresswoman Val Butler Demmings, is joining me here somewhere. I got some family in the house as well. There she is. She's wearing her Delta Sigma Theta sorority. And I have one of my sons here, Antoine, and my granddaughter, Nye, is here as well. She's a sophomore at Ocoee High School now. So Nye is somewhere out here. She's volunteering, by the way. And in addition to that, we have several elected officials who have joined us today. First, I know Commissioner Michael Scott from Orange County is here. Commissioner Scott. We also have the Clerk of the Courts here. The Honorable Tiffany Moore Russell is here. She's wearing her Kappa Alpha sorority. The Regional Director for AKA as well, so she's holding a prominent office within her sorority as well. And Commissioner Nicole Wilson is here as well. All right. Commissioner Wilson represents County Commission District 1, so she's my county commissioner, and she's favoring the Deltas today because she has on Delta Red. How about that? All right. We have also several other dignitaries. Mr. Jason Henry, the District Director for the Office of Congressman Maxwell Alejandro Frost is here. We have Kia Hinton from the Office of Public Affairs for the 9th Judicial Circuit State Attorney. Ms. Monique Worrell, somewhere here as well. Okay, there she is. And so let me just officially welcome all of you here to the Orange County Juneteenth and Greek Day celebration in 2023. Why are we here? We are here to commemorate and recognize a time in African American history when more than 250,000 enslaved black people were freed in Texas. We are here this evening to celebrate freedom, equality, and independence. And although we have been experiencing some challenging times here recently in the state of Florida, when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion, there is no other county in this state that does it like Orange County does it. We do celebrate diversity, equity, and inclusion within our county. We are looking forward to moving our community to the next level. Last Friday, I gave the state of the county, and we had great news to report as we are indeed leading the way to uplifting our county to the next level as well. We're also here today to highlight the contributions and work of historically black Greek organizations. The Divine Nine is here this evening and continues to be a pivotal and significant force in American history. I do recognize my own fraternity, as Rod Z mentioned, my brothers from Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and I will point out that our county administrator, Mr. Byron Brooks, is also a member, and the county attorney, Mr. Jeff Newton, as well. I said Jeff Newton as well. From the civil rights movement with Dr. King to present day with Vice President Kamala Harris, these groups continue to be a steady presence on both a national and a local level. Community and public service, social action, and healthcare advocacy is what each of these organizations represent. And now I'd like to take time to continue recognizing others, key people here today, my staff members who have worked diligently to put this event on. One of my special assistants, Ms. Rhonda Robinson. Rhonda, where are you? She's a member also of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. Okay. I see our HR director here, Dr. Yvette Best. She, of course, is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated as well. And Commissioner Gomez Cordero, I just glimpsed you as well. She is here from Orange County Commission District 4. She's joined us. Let me take a peek back here to make sure I didn't miss any other commissioners. I think that's it as well. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be walking around. We hope to take some photographs with you to commemorate today. We hope that you enjoy yourself, and to those others who have been here, Ms. Monica May, you're going to hear from as well, who co-chairs our Dr. MLK initiative. She chairs that with Ms. Lisa Bachman as well. And I'm going to turn it over at this time. Okay. At this time, we're going to turn it over to Ms. Monica May. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the Monica May.
I can always count on you to give me that special plug. So in November of 2019, the mayor called on me and he said, listen, I want to do something that we can commemorate, acknowledge, and just celebrate the life, the legend, and the principles of nonviolence. There are 6 principles of nonviolence for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And it was at the same time that I was leaving the radio station, and I said, I would love to do it if you still want me without that. And he said, I'm calling on you. He said, I also need you to call up a co-chair too. And we did, and her name was Lisa Bachman. Her name is Lisa Bachman. She was the executive director for the Holocaust Museum here. Lisa moved up in the world, and now she's in Birmingham as their executive director for the Holocaust there. So let's give it up for Lisa Bachman. She gave us almost 3 years of service. I see other members of the initiative. If you would all step forward, Dr. Earl Mawad, he is the educational director for One Pulse Foundation. I see so many of my, initiative members. Please step forward. Some of y'all are wearing your colors, and I know. But I thank you all so much. But I thank you all for being out here. We know that it's hot. We know that, but we thank you for being here. Our kids area is over in the parking lot this year. Please take your children over there. The food trucks are there as well. We have all of these vendors, and they have some phenomenal resources. That is another reason why we're here. So periodically throughout the evening, we'll give you just little facts about Juneteenth. Let me just ask a question. How many of you all were even aware that there was a celebration called Juneteenth? All right. How many of you were aware that it's been celebrated, and we can thank our President Joe Biden for making it a holiday? How many of you were aware of that? See, okay, so throughout the evening, we just want to share little nuggets. Now, Rod Z shared the first part of that, but in April 9th on 1865, Confederate General Robert E. Lee surrendered in Virginia. But then in June of that same year, Gordon Granger, Union General Gordon Granger, arrived in Texas, delivering the news that enslaved people were in fact freed. The executive ordered freed more than 250,000 black people in the state. But wait, there's more, and you just got to stick with us throughout the evening as we weave the story of why we are here and why we acknowledge the holiday called Juneteenth. So thank you very much for being with us this evening. Rod Z is going to be your interweaver, presenting Juneteenth and the Divine Nine to you this evening. Thank you so much.
Monica, come back, please. Come back 1 second. She didn't know I was going to do this. Just take a bow, Monica May, for all you do for Orlando. Come on, step out for real. Please. She didn't know I was going to do that. Thank you, Monica, for all that you do and have done for our community. And thank you for providing that information. All right, so now let me give a brief history on the Divine Nine, which is the other component of this celebration. These groups are being featured during tonight's event because we wanted the community to get a chance and an in-depth insight into what it is we do and who we are. With this stated, the National Panhellenic Council, affectionately known as the Divine Nine, is composed of the following member organizations based on when they were founded. And we will be having presentations from all, but we will be featuring Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. The purpose of the NPHC is to foster cooperative action within the Divine Nine. Oh, wait a minute. Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. My apologies, ladies. My apologies. Counted to my head and oversight, not my heart. The purpose of the NPHC is to foster cooperation and action within the Divine Nine to promote the well-being and functioning of its fraternities and sororities. We would also like to take this time to recognize the president of the Orlando NPHC, Mr. Ben Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell. Thank you for assisting us with getting our local D9s together for this event. You are much appreciated. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will begin our Divine Nine and Special Arts presentation. Starting out, he is the current president of the Delta Xi Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Jermaine Patterson.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's good to be here. I'm going to bring greetings on behalf of the Delta Xi Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I am the chapter president. I stand on the shoulders of about 109 actively financial brothers here and also brothers that are in this community. But we really stand on the shoulders of giants like I.S. Hankins, Felton A. Johnson, the late, great Dr. Father Nelson Pender. So we were founded December 4th, 1906, Cornell University, Ithaca, New York. Alpha Phi Alpha develops leaders, promotes brotherhood and academic excellence while providing service and advocacy for our communities. We are here to serve the community. We're first of all, service of all, we shall transcend all. Last but not least, our aims are scholarship, manly deeds, and love for all mankind. As a chapter, as a fraternity, we celebrate 117 years, this December 4th coming up. As a chapter here in Orlando, one of the things I want you all to understand is we are celebrating 70 years of service to this community, right? We were chartered here in Orlando December 22nd, 1953. So I want you all to understand that between now and December, you're going to hear about what we're going to be doing to continue to celebrate and serve this community. So we thank you for the opportunity to be here and what we're going to, got a little presentation for you. Thank you very much.
Let's hear it one more time. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have some entertainment. I want you to put your hands together and show some love for the Destiny Level Up Youth Choir. Come on, start clapping your hands and making some noise for them.
A little song called Tent Revival.
Come on, give it up for them, y'all.
It's not the church, first getting honor to the head of my life. The life of the party is music for ashes. Don't need no matches, he is fire on fire. Watch out. Light it up behind. Oh, I can see you moving. Holy Ghost, take control. Oh, I can feel your fire like the tent revival.
I walk to the church on Sunday morning. Stood aside contemplating if I should walk through the door. You see, a long one stole me way back when. Holding to all those past sins that I know all have sinned. Come short of His glory, yeah. I'm just glad I'm here to tell the story. Could have been there. Oh yeah. Another day. And even when I did wrong, still there. God still is a sinner's prayer. Oh, God still is a sinner's prayer. Listen now. He lifted our sin. Think about the first love. Ain't nobody perfect, but a man sitting on the throne. Now it's still gonna time for us to stop judging one another. Start lifting holy up now, and start lifting up your brother. 'Cause I know all I've sinned, it comes short of His glory, yeah. I'm just glad that I'm here to tell the story. Could have been dead, sleeping in my grave. Oh, just one more day long. God still Our Father, down in heaven, all of it be our name. Our kingdom come, our will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Now give us this sin. I'm a daily bread. And forgive us our sins as we give our debts, Lord. It's not into temptation. Deliver us. Deliver us from evil. God in the kingdom is forever. Forever, never. I'm so glad.
Very good, young man. Very good.
Come on, give it up, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Destiny leveled up. And if you would, please keep your round of applause going for our lead singer, Mr. Demarion Lewis, who led us in praise. And a child shall lead them. Hallelujah. Come on, clap for that young man. Clap for that young man. Yes. We had church. We done had church. God done already blessed it. And also keep a round of applause and give it up for Dr. Deborah Reed. She's the one that's in charge of these young people. Thank you, Dr. Reed, for all that you do for our young people. And now another good friend of mine. She's getting ready to come up and represent Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She's the Orange County Clerk of Courts, and she's also the current regional director of the South Atlantic region of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, Miss Tiffany Moore Russell. Ms. Russell, you owe me $10 for that intro.
You can collect later, Rod. All right. Good afternoon, Orange County. Good afternoon, Orange County. We are here to celebrate Juneteenth. What a reason to celebrate the history and the culture of our community. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. I'm here to tell you a little something about Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, founded on January 15th, 1908, on the campus of Howard University. And one of our most famous members serves as the Vice President of the United States, the first African-American woman to serve in that seat, and that is Kamala Harris. We are proud sorority sisters of our Vice President. Alpha Kappa Alpha celebrated 115 years of service to all mankind this year. And right here in Central Florida, we have 4 chapters, and that is Delta Omicron Omega in Orlando, Nu Iota Omega serving Maitland, Psi Theta Omega serving Orange County, and Alpha Beta Sigma Omega serving Apopka and Winter Garden. It is our privilege to be here with you all today, where we are continuing to serve Orange County, the South Atlantic region, and Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Thank you all so much for having us here. And my ladies, I think we are next, Rod. All right, my sisters, let's set it off.
Come on, let's hear it one more time for Tiffany Moore Russell. And now, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Make some noise for the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha.
On the left, on the right, on the left, I suggest while we're left.
All right, I'm back at the podium. Come on, let's hear it one more time for Alpha Kappa Alpha, y'all. Now we're going to have a bit of art in the form of poetry. Some iambic pentameter, if you will, some similes, some metaphors, some double entendres, if you will. Can I keep going? We're going to have some poetry. Be who you want to be unapologetically is her motto. Thai Talks releases stigmas surrounding societal conformity and instead pushes the idea that success lies in being true to yourself. She is a spoken word poet, creator, and dynamic storyteller who focuses on shining the light on those who feel unseen in society. Ty realized how important it is to find your voice, share it with the world, and leave a mark, especially by amplifying the voices of black women. Through her art, she has touched many and continued to impact those around her with her words and presence. Come on, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, and give it up for Miss Ty Speaks.
Thank you. What up, y'all? I said, what up, y'all? What up, y'all is something I say to family, you know, where you can be a little bit more chill. One time at a job, I said, what up, y'all, and it fell on dead's ear. Excuse me for my lack of professionalism and the ineloquence of the words that I use when I'm around my folk. My apologies, I misspoke. I guess too much of my blackness is starting to show, so there goes another opportunity. But you can't blame me. It's the system, it's racism, it's slavery. The shackles are debilitating. The masters are male-dominated, women-hating, and underappreciating nation that stands for nothing. A nation not for one, but of many, praying to a Savior that divides and conquers. It's hard to believe in God when the tunnel is getting so much darker. Just like my complexion, they're killing us all and calling it natural selection. No liberty, no justice, not for all. Without us, they'd fall. They tell us to have it all. We must perform, we must dance, be the trapeze, the entertainment for the man. We're just something that they'll never understand. They laugh. Our existence a joke, weaponizing words at us like woke, to which they cannot define. I am the definition. I am alive to the ignorance, to the bias. I am the very embodiment of my heritage, my culture, and its linguistics. My eyes open to every instance of injustice, and I am suffocating by the lack of accountability and the erasure of my culture's history, wondering, do you know who you truly are when you must mask every time you leave the car? Woke means that I'm scarred by the inequality, by the lack of injustice. Woke means that I am so much more than you all could ever know. They're not even comfortable with us existing. A chameleon survives by changing its stripes, but I cannot change the blood in my veins overnight. I say it's time for a revolution. My findings show that blending in is the only way without persecution. Assimilating, does that mean that they will save you? They just want to continue to keep us in line until they behave. It doesn't mean that you will be saved. So what do you suggest that we do? Talking like this has gotten me a lot further according to my recollection. It's about respect. It's not about anything else. Aren't you tired that when you walk out of that house, you always have to pretend the real you, always having to blend in? This internal conflict of who am I, what do I say, an internal battle that they can never comprehend. Though sometimes I may change my mannerisms in the way in which that I speak, my people still live here, deep-rooted inside of me. So sometimes I'll say, what up, y'all, to my friends and my family. And then other times I'll say, how are you? Because I have to conform to the rules of society. Thank you.
Come on, let's hear it for one more time. Thai Talks, y'all. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have another fraternity that's going to make a presentation. And this gentleman that I'm getting ready to bring up is the current pole mark of the Orlando alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Start clapping your hands now, if you would. Show some love for Mr. Marvin Poole.
Thank you. Hey, y'all give it up for Razi. Razi? Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. There we go. All right, all right. Again, my name is Marvin Poole. I am the pole mark of Orlando alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated was founded January 5th, 1911 on the campus of Indiana University, Bloomington, Indiana, by 10 revered young men. And our motto is achievement in every field of human endeavor. So myself and the brothers of Orlando alumni chapter have been achieving in this community for over 76 years. Y'all give a clap for that, 76 years. Yeah. Some of the things that we've been doing, we've been mentoring. We have a mentorship program called Guy Right Kappa League. We just recently had 2 high school graduates. One is going to Alabama A&M, and the other one is going to Yale University on a full ride scholarship. Yes, yes. He's from Jones High, too. I think that means something to some people out here. Yeah, see. All right. I'm not going to get on that because I'm not from here. So, all right. Some other things that we do in the community, every October we bring mental health awareness. We do a mental health awareness 5K walk run. Every November we serve in the Pine Hills Community Health Center, Community Center, to all the seniors. We've done that over the past 15 years. We also give turkey baskets in that area as well. We've also done a toy giveaway. These past 2 years, we've given away over 1,000 toys to 1,000 kids and their families. So we are doing things in this community. We really enjoy working with each and every one of you, as well as all of our other Divine Nine organizations. So again, thank you for having me here today. I want to thank Mayor Demmings for giving us this opportunity. I also want to just recognize we do have another chapter in this area, Winter Park Alumni Chapter. The pole mark is Lyndon Carter there as well, so we do have 2 chapters. But if you ever want to get some information from us, please feel free. OrlandoKappas.org. Just go to the website and we'll have your information there. So thank you again.
First of all, I want to apologize to that brother. I don't know why I lost power. I promise I ain't cut it off, bro. I promise. I ain't touched nothing. I said that too. I said they gonna be mad. Just so happened it was on the Kappas, but y'all give that brother another round of applause. And he did a stroll by himself, and the music cut off. He kept going. Give it up for him, y'all. That's how you do it. That's how you represent. But bro, I promise I ain't do nothing. I promise. I say, oh Lord, why it had to be the Kappas. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue to move on with our program, and we're going to hear now from the Daughters of Purpose Dance Ministry as soon as I get this power on. I don't know what is going on, but Daughters of Purpose, let's put your hands together for them. apologize for this delay, but it's gonna be all right. Ain't nobody mad but Oh, don't get tired on me now. Y'all got to give it up for him. Give it up for him. Make some noise. Come on. Daughters of Purpose Dance Ministry. If God been good to you, turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, God's been good to me. That song, He Kept Me, always strikes a nerve in me, because some of us know that it was God that kept you. Come on, give God another round of applause. Give Him some praise. Yeah, yeah. Some of y'all went to college. You didn't know how you was going to graduate, but He kept you. Amen. Some of y'all was in the bed in the hospital, laid up in ORMC, but you're here today. He kept you. Amen. Some of y'all ain't even know how you was going to pay your bills, but you had bologna meat. Y'all don't want to clap for the bologna meat, but He kept you. He kept you. Y'all better clap for the bologna meat with the red tape on the end and bubble up when you put it on. Come on now. Y'all acting bougie. Don't do that to me. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear from my fraternity and my chapter, the Chi Tau chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and we will hear from the bosses. Come on, put your hands together and give it up for the legendary Mr. Dr. Williams. Give it up for him, y'all. Give it up for Dr. Williams.
Good evening. I bring you greetings from the greatest fraternity on this side of heaven, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Chi Tau chapter. On November 17th, 1911, Omega Psi Phi was founded on the campus of Howard University. The founders were three undergraduate students, Edgar Amos Love, Oscar James Cooper, Frank Coleman, and their faculty advisor, Dr. Ernest Everett Jess. As Omega men, we stand on the cardinal principles: manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. And our fraternity motto is, friendship is essential to the soul. Friendship is essential to the soul. Amen. On January 8th, 1962, the mighty Chi Tau chapter received their charter, and we have been serving the greater Orlando area for over 61 years. We display uplift annually in our 20 Pearls turkey giveaway during Thanksgiving holidays for underprivileged families. Our Mega Claus program provides bicycles for 25 elementary students who have shown improvement in their behavior or their academics. Our mentoring program, our Mega Lamplighters, stands ready to empower high school students and academic and social skills to be active and responsible citizens. But most of all, the brothers of Chi Tau chapter of Omega Psi Phi are proud of the $300,000 we have given away in annual scholarships since our inception. But as Omega men, we don't drop names because that's not what we do. But I just want to ask somebody a question. Have you ever heard of Langston Hughes, Steve Harvey, Tom Joyner, or Ricky Smiley? I'm just calling a few names out. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Anybody ever heard of Michael Jeffrey Jordan or Shaquille O'Neal, Reverend Jesse Jackson, Dr. Charles R. Dew, Dr. Ronald E. McNair? And let me throw this in for free. Somebody said, what about politics? We got that too. Commissioner 6, Bakari Burns, and of course, the Honorable Mayor, Jerry L. Demmings. Brothers, Q's up, Q, sorry.
story of famous dog. But the dog that chases its tail will be busy. These are trapping dogs, rhythmic dogs, harmonic dogs, house dogs, street dogs, dogs of the world unite, dancing dogs.
Let's hear it one more time. Omega Psi Phi Fraternity, y'all, Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give some more Juneteenth history, a little nugget. On June 19, 1866, the first Jubilee Day took place. The annual celebration later became known as Juneteenth and became widespread as black people migrated from Texas to other parts of the country. Now we're going to hear some more poetry. Curtis McKinnon is an award-winning musical artist, poet, host, and comedian. He's won multiple poetry slams, hosted open mics, wedding receptions, and graduated from the SAC Comedy Club in downtown Orlando. In June 2020, he was featured in Orlando Sentinel for his song called Ode to Black Women. In 2022, he had 5 TV appearances from Afrotainment to West 2 News. You can find his music and videos on all streaming platforms and YouTube. He is currently the host of the New Peace Mondays every first Monday at Bink's Coffee from 7 to 10 p.m. Come on, start putting your hands together. Come on, don't give up the energy now. Show some love to this brother. Give it up for Mr. Curtis McKinnon.
Orange County, how y'all feeling today? Y'all good? Y'all good? Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Thank y'all so much for having me. I'm going to do 2 things. I want to throw that symbol up so bad, but they said I'm not allowed to. Shout out to the Qs, man. Shout out to y'all. All right. So I got something first I'm going to do for the fellas and then for the ladies, and we just going to wrap this thing up, but it's all black love. It's all love. It's all love. Can we say it's all love? It's all love? It's all love. Okay. I love my brothers. I love my brothers. I love my brothers, man. I love my brothers. Say it a bunch of times if you don't say it to each other, because I promised to myself I would help to break the stigma. I'm talking about healing and I'm talking about feelings, because men have them too, and they don't have to be demeaning. We were told a bunch of lies, man. The devil is deceiving. I promise on everything I submit to you this evening. You were born to be the greatest, but it's not going to be convenient. It might be hard to say this, but I promise it's relieving. It's going to take some effort. It's going to take some pressure. It's going to take removing the thoughts that you are lesser. You are more than a king. You're more than a giant. You're more than an Instagram picture of a lion. You're more like a god, and I ain't trying to be blasphemous. I'm getting you to see your full self without an asterisk. Get you to stand for yourself like Colin Kaepernick. The road tells you to move, you plant your feet and tell them after this. I ain't done eating and you looking like a bag of chips. This is my time and I'm feeling real immaculate. Superhero flow, you don't need somebody to save you. You could be a pro, you don't need nobody to game you. Choose the freer role, you don't need somebody to slave to. Blue Vegeta glow, you a beast, nobody could tame you. I see my best self, I see a white and gray aura. Jotaro Kujo hit you with the aura. Big black body, you could call me Ford Explorer. No, my girl can't fit a bra, but that's okay because I support her. MC. Next one's for the ladies. Ode to black women. Clap it up for all the black women in the audience one time. We all came from a woman, right? This is my ode to black women who've given everything to this world, but in return was made to be a victim. But first, I'd like to apologize for not being wise about the issues that plague you when it comes to us guys for years. The Bible's been used for evil and misconstrued to make you believe you'd have to submit to a fool, but to the Angela Rise and Maya Angelou's, created to help and be honored, but to not be subdued for those who need the bigger picture. Let me quote you the word so you observe the meaning behind the scripture. Clearly, it states submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. That's fundamental fundamentals, but most of us, we ain't getting that right. How can you follow one that has no sense of leadership, and when you start to hold them accountable, they plead the fifth? If they don't follow Christ, man, don't follow him, because instead of worshiping God, you're going to end up worshiping him. My ode to black women. This is my ode to black women. This is my ode to black women who've given everything to this world, but in return was made to be a victim. My ode to black women. This is my ode to black women. This is my ode to black women who've given everything to this world, but the return was made to be a victim. Come on, black men. Here we go again. I promise I come in love, but y'all gonna make me repent. Yes, I'm talking to you. Not all, but some of my brothers was quick to raise their hands at someone that's like their mother. You would think this type of man was raised in the gutter because he would rather beat her than provide her with cover. She don't entertain your advances because her garden's her own and you ain't planted it. You just want to take her fruit because it's appealing to you, but her lack of willingness is just revealing the truth, bro. You ain't worthy. But you can be, so don't hurt me. First, you got to heal and get back to your creator so you can be your best self and function at levels greater. See the value in you, then see the value in her so we can get back to us and break the cycles and the curse. My ode to black women. This is my ode to black women. This is my ode to black women who've given everything to this world, but the return was made to be a victim. My ode to black women. Let's go. This is my ode to black women. Let's go. This is my ode to black women who've given everything to this world, but the return was made to, she's not pretty for being dark skin. Nah, she's just pretty. No, she's not an Oreo, but she's sweet in the midi. Just because she speaks with etiquette isn't a predicate that she wants to be white. She's educated and heaven sent. No, dummy, she ain't got to be mixed on me. That's just genetics. Do you believe in magic? Black girls, they're the illest. I love that natural hair is getting all this love. Ladies, embrace a crown. That's a blessing from above. Black men protect our women, continue to keep them safe, because while we were being slaughtered, they were fighting in our place. They don't need to look at us and see a sense of danger. They should see a haven, not a place that will taint her. Promise I love my people. We just need to be treated equal before we turn around and make this poor movie a sequel. Tear up the faulty plates and make a new foundation so we don't shift on the sand. Instead, we shift in the nation. My ode to black women. Let's go. Thank y'all, Orange County. What up, Monica? Y'all give it up for your host, Razi. Oh, you got it. Appreciate you.
Come on, man. That man did a whole album just now. Y'all ain't even clap for that brother. That man did a whole 12-inch single poem. Y'all give it up for him. Everybody doing all right? Y'all okay, Orange County? Y'all all right? Let me give a shout out. Can we give a shout out to Orange TV? Put your hands together for the people from Orange TV. Also want to give a shout out. I'm going to do a few of them. I'm not going to call all of them right now, but I will get to you in a moment. Let's hear it for some of our vendors. Love, Lift, and Learn Lane. Let's hear it for the Center for Multicultural Wellness and Prevention. Let's hear it for Orange County Drug Free Office. Let's hear it for the Drug and Tobacco Office. Let's hear for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Let's hear for CARE. Let's hear it for First Sergeant Vargas, DDROP. Let's also show some love for the Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida and the Heart of Florida United Way. Let's hear it for those 8 vendors. I will get to the rest of them, but thank you to our vendors, and we're going to continue on with our program now. Coming to you next, the current president of the Orlando Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my good friend, Miss Isis Williams.
Alumni.
Wait, let me do it again. Let me do it again. Cause the Deltas, they be trying to beat people up in the parking lot, and I don't feel like it tonight. Give it up for the president of the Orlando Alumni. They be serious about that alumni. Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Miss Isis Williams.
Oh, I gotta hold it. Good evening, everyone. Happy Juneteenth. Wait a minute, y'all could do better than that. Happy Juneteenth, black people. All right. I am a member of the Orlando alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, where we were founded by 22 courageous women on January 13, 1913, on the campus of Howard University. And for Delta, we stand for sisterhood, service, scholarship, and social action. And we align our programs on our 5-point programmatic thrust, which consists of education, development, economic development, physical and mental health, international awareness, and political awareness. And with that, we align our programs following those guidelines. And, you know, it's on a day such as this, we want to bring kudos to our people that continue to lead in the fire for us, which is our Congresswoman, Val Demmings, who represents, and giving you some history of Delta, Shirley Chisholm, who was the first woman to run for president. So give kudos to her. And again, I am Isis Williams, the proud president of 278 members of the Orlando Alumni Chapter, where we serve and we have programs such as Delta Academy that serves our middle school female girls. We have Embody that serves middle and high school males, as well as our Delta Gyms who serve high school female girls. And I also want to introduce, because in the Orlando area of Delta, we have 2 chapters, and our president-elect is, other than from the Orange County Alumni Chapter, is Kristen Jenkins.
Thank you, Isis. Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Kristen Jenkins. I am the president-elect for the Orange County Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Since our chartering in 1983, we continue to provide programs and services to the Orange and Osceola communities. As mentioned, we have a specific focus area: educational development, international awareness and involvement, and some others, just to name a few. Our almost 150 members have worked tirelessly to provide almost $200,000 worth of scholarships to high school students in the area. Can we give that a round of applause? We continue to push voter education and advocate for basic human rights of all individuals. Thank you to Mayor Jerry Demmings, to the local government officials here in the area, and to the members of the Martin Luther King Initiative for providing this platform to support and celebrate Black culture. Together, we can continue to impact in the spirit of Juneteenth. Thank you for your time.
it up one more time for the Deltas. Another Juneteenth nugget. Following the April 4th, 1968 assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., organizers rescheduled his Poor People's March for the date of June 19th, helping Juneteenth gain traction nationally. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have another artistic expression and presentation from the Inez Patricia School of Dance. Let's hear it for Inez Patricia School of Dance.
When the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory, glory, oh, glory.
Hands to the heavens, no man, no weapon formed against, yes, glory is destined. Everyday women and men become legends. Sins that go against our skin become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is juxtaposition in us. Justice for all just ain't specific enough. One son died, his spirit is revisiting us. True and living in us. Resistance is us. That's why Rosa sat on the bus. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When it go down, we woman and man up. They say stay down, and we stand up. Shots, we on the ground. The camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, glory, glory, oh, glory, glory. Now the war is not over, victory isn't won, but we'll fight on to the finish, and then when it's all done, we'll cry glory, oh glory,
Selma is now forever of a crowd. They march with the torch, we gon' run with it now. Never look back, we done gone hundreds of miles. From dark roads, heroes, to become a hero. Facing the League of Justice, his power was the people. Enemy is lethal, a king became regal. Saw the face of Jim Crow under a bald ego. No one can win a war individually. It takes the wisdom of the elders and young people's energy. Welcome to the story we call victory. The coming of the Lord, my eyes have seen the glory.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, glory,
Come stand over here by me. Let's hear it one more time for Inez Patricia School of Dance. Come back. Yes.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Jen.
Jen been running this podium and this microphone up here all day. And I just want y'all to take this step out in the middle and take your bow, Jen. Give it up for Jen. Yes. Thank you so much, Jen, for all that you've done, working hard for Orange TV and all the members of Orange TV. And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage to do a presentation for his fraternity. He is the historian of the Gamma Delta Sigma chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Mr. Michael Moody. Come on, Mr. Moody. Give it up for him. Y'all ain't clapping for Mike. I don't like that. Hold on, Mike. Hold on, Mike. Hold on, Mike. Y'all, you not Michael Moody? Oh, no wonder they ain't clapping for you. You ain't Mr. Are you doing it on behalf of Moody? What's your name? How you say your name? You the chapter president? Okay, go on back, step on off. I'm going to do you right. They got Mr. Moody on here, Lee Warren Houston. He is the chapter president, ladies and gentlemen, and he rocking some fresh loafers, by the way. Put your hands together for the president of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Mr. LeWarren Houston. Is that better?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
I can take this off. All right, good evening, everybody. All right, my name is Lee Warren Houston, current chapter president of the groundbreaking Gamma Delta Sigma chapter, and I bring you greetings. Since January 9th, 1914, when Phi Beta Sigma fraternity was founded by three honorable founders, Honorable Abram Langston Taylor, Honorable Charles Ignatius Brown, and Honorable Leonard Francis Morse. We were founded on the campus of Howard University on January 9th, 1914, under three principles: brotherhood, scholarship, and service. Since fall 1951, Gamma Delta Sigma chapter was chartered by our Honorable Leonard Francis Morse. We stand on our motto, culture for service and in service for humanity. The chapter has sponsored many events under our four programs: Bigger and Better Business, Social Action, Education, and our Youth Auxiliary Group, Sigma Beta Club. We have annual events that are considered our 12 for 12, where we give out over 200 turkeys to families in need in the Orlando area. We have our Christmas Pick a Family, our annual James Chief Wilson Golf Tournament, as well as our Getting in Good Trouble Awards, which is happening next week, June 23rd, 12 p.m. You can check our website, orlandosigmas.org. Everyone should be there, by the way. And now I'm going to introduce to you our STEP team, which I'm sure everyone has heard of.
They stepping first. Phi Beta Sigma, y'all, give it up. You look like a movie star. What's your name and number? All right, y'all enjoying yourselves? Everybody doing all right? Okay, let me get a couple more of our tables in, of our vendors. I want to roll a few more. We have several. Give it up for Orange County Neighborhood Services, Orange County Head Start, one time for Be That, Tech Sassy Girls Incorporated. Over at table 14, we have Orange County Parks and Recreations, Determined Now, Family and Friends United of Orlando, the Orange County Public Library, and let me go down a little bit of our Fortune 500 row. We have the Orlando Regional Realtor Association, the ViStar Credit Union of Central Florida, the 3D Strategic Management Incorporated, OC Business Development. And we will do the justice section later. And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, she is a member of the Epsilon Zeta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated and a member of the Orange County Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Initiative, Miss Christina Downs. I say Christina Downs.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated is a community-conscious, action-oriented organization whose work is guided by our four principles: scholarship, service, sisterhood, and last but not least, the principle that sets us apart, finer womanhood. Always striving to set ourselves apart, we are known to be an organization of firsts, which include being the first Black Greek letter organization to charter a chapter in Africa, the first to establish auxiliary groups, the first to establish a national headquarters, and not only are we the first, but we are the only constitutionally bound organization to our brother organization, our brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Zeta throughout the years has served and continues to serve its communities across the nation. On a national level, as well as a local level, we partner with organizations such as March of Dimes, American Cancer Society, and St. Jude's. Some of our organization-specific initiatives include Z-Hope, which stands for Zetas Helping Other People Excel. Z-Hope is a combination of interactive, holistic, and multidimensional outreach programs designed to enhance, cultivate, and empower participants to develop health-promoting lifestyle choices across their lifespan. Stork's Nest is a cooperative project of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated and March of Dimes Foundation that aims to increase the number of women receiving early and regular prenatal care in an effort to prevent cases of low birth weight, premature births, and infant deaths. The program is designed to promote prenatal care and participation and encourage healthy behaviors during pregnancy through two components: incentives and education. And Adopt a School, which is a Zeta Adopt a School program, is an initiative to create school and community partnership that will positively impact student achievement, attendance, and the availability of role models for students of color. In all of our efforts, our goal is to collaborate with existing community organizations and resources to provide optimal quality programs that provide maximum impact. Local community partners that we work with and donate to include Christian Service Center, Salvation Army, and Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida. Some notable community leaders in our organization include Violet N. Anderson, who not only was a past president of our organization, but was the first Black woman to practice law in front of the U.S. Supreme Court. Another notable name and local to the area was Zora Neale Hurston. She did groundbreaking anthropological work that challenged assumptions about race, gender, and cultural superiority that had long defined the field in the 19th century. She was an author best known for her novel, Their Eyes Were Watching God. And I would be remiss if I did not recognize the woman who helped pave the way to make Juneteenth a nationally recognized holiday, Miss Opal Lee. Opal Lee is known as the grandmother of Juneteenth. Lee campaigned for decades to make Juneteenth a federal holiday by leading 2.5-mile walks each year, representing the 2.5 years it took for news of the Emancipation Proclamation to reach Texas. And in June 2021, at the age of 94, her efforts succeeded as a bill to make Juneteenth a federal holiday was passed by Congress and signed into law by President Joe Biden. Locally here in Orange County, we have two chapters. We have our newly chartered Delta Alpha Mu Zeta, and Epsilon Zeta chapter. I encourage you to stop by our table, learn more about us, and see how we can work with all of you in our community. Thank you. And now my sisters of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
Let's hear it one more time. Zeta Phi Beta. Keeping it rolling. We're moving right on through. Another Juneteenth fact. On June 17, 2021, Juneteenth became a federal holiday in the United States, observed on June 19 each year, falling 15 days before the 4th of July. And now coming to you, ladies and gentlemen, she is the Centennial Bossless and current chapter president of the Delta Mu Sigma chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Give it up for Miss Denez Marable Lockhart. Come on, Denez.
Say the sorority again so you can make up for Earl.
Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Yes. Butler University.
What year?
1922.
All right.
Okay, Poodles. All right.
Good evening, everyone. Again, Denez Marable Lockhart, Centennial Bachelor's of the dynamic Delta Mu Sigma chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. We were founded November 12, 1922 in Indianapolis, Indiana by 7 young educators on the predominantly white campus of Butler University. Since our inception, the dynamic women of Sigma Gamma Rho have built and sustained a well-known and well-respected reputation for leading positive change to help uplift the community through sisterhood. Sigma Gamma Rho has welcomed over more than 100,000 collegiate and professional women from every profession. The sorority has more than 500 chapters in the United States, Bahamas, Bermuda, Canada, Germany, South Korea, U.S. Virgin Islands, and the United Arab Emirates. We also have active affiliate groups devoted to empowering women at different stages in life. Our Rower Club affiliate is for our teenage girls, and our Philo affiliate is Friends of the Sorority, who also assist in alumni chapter efforts with various programs. Sigma Gamma Rho's commitment to service is expressed in our slogan, Greater Service, Greater Progress. We have a proud history of providing positive and proactive community outreach nationally and internationally. Through our 5 national incentives, Operation Big Book Bag, Women's Wellness Initiative, Swim 1922, Project Cradle Care, and our annual youth symposium, we here locally work with Sisters Inc., Sisters Organizing to Survive, Central Florida Ronald McDonald House, Orange County Public School System, and Women Helping Women, to name a few. As we continue celebrating this, our centennial year, we are excited to have awarded 5 scholarships to deserving young women preparing to start their collegiate careers, and look forward to continuing with our Swim 1922 initiative during the summer. Please follow us through our website, www.orlandosgro.org, as well as our social media accounts, to continue to see us provide greater in the community.
Where did you come? Where did you come? You know, you make me feel so good inside. I always wanted a girl just like you. You're such a purity. Pretty young thing. Where did you come from, baby? And ooh, won't you take me back? Right away, won't you, baby? Tender, you got to be. Start my need, just sugar fly with me.
together. Sigma Gamma Rho, y'all. All right, don't go anywhere yet. We got to round out the Divine Nine. And coming right away, I'm going to bring him right up. He is a member of the Gamma Epsilon Omega chapter of the Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. I hope I say his name right. Give it up for Mr. Algie Hendricks. Did I say it right? That was it. I work on stuff sometimes. Come on, y'all. Give it up for my brother, y'all. Y'all right.
How y'all doing? I say, how y'all doing? All right. I do care about how y'all doing, but I want to make sure you can hear me too. I'm good? I love it. Hey, happy Juneteenth. It feels weird to say that. It's kind of like you got a whooping and then your sister came in and she's like, glad you're not getting whooped no more. So thanks for that. Honored to be here representing my fraternity, Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. And it's emotionally overwhelming to think that not too long ago, people who look like me were treated like animals. That they did everything in their power to provide for and defend their families and to advance their community, but were met with violent oppression. This isn't 1865, I'm talking about 1963. April of 63, Bull Connor turns the fire hoses on the black citizens of Birmingham, Alabama. June 1963, NAA Field Secretary Medgar Evers was assassinated in his home by segregationists. August of 1963, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King gave his iconic I Have a Dream speech at the base of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Now, what he didn't know is that 3 weeks later and less than 50 miles away, 12 brothers would found Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated at an HBCU now known as Morgan State University, and with the purpose of furthering the development and perpetuation of scholarship, leadership, citizenship, fidelity, and brotherhood among men. These 12 founding members, many of whom were considered to be non-traditional students today, 3 of them were military veterans, 3 were married with small children, and they were all determined to do everything in their power to provide for and defend their families and advance their community, even in the face of violent oppression. Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated is a service social fraternity birthed out of the civil rights movement with a greater focus on social justice rather than social gatherings. Our service initiatives include, but are not limited to, iShield, which addresses human trafficking, sexual abuse, domestic abuse, child abuse, elder abuse, and bullying, and our long-standing relationship with our long-standing philanthropic relationship with St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Giving life to our motto, building a tradition and not resting upon one.
Type of people made the club get full. Many a day has passed, the night has gone by, but still I find the time to put that bump off in your eye. Total chaos, but these playoffs, so we was absent. We're taking another route to represent the dungeon family like Grey Day. Me and my nigga decided to take the back way. We stabbing every city, then we headed to that back cave. ATL, Georgia, what do we do? Fall ya, bulldog and hoes like them Georgetown Pawyas. Boy, you signed the silly thing, my room is sitting pretty, doing donuts while you suckers like them suckers around titties. Damn, we the committee, gon' burn it down, but us gon' bust you in the mouth with the chorus now. Say, push that force. Everybody move to the back of the bus. Do you wanna bump and slump with us? We the type of people make the club get cross. Say,
give it up for Iota Phi Theta, y'all.
Everybody move to the back of the bus.
All right. right, that concludes all of the presentations for the evening. Please don't leave, though. First of all, let's hear it for everyone that participated in this auspicious and wonderful historical occasion. Come on, and give yourselves a round of applause for coming out and celebrating Juneteenth. Give it up for the Divine Nine. Let's hear it for all of our entertainers. And I'm going to read their names because I said I would. I'm going to go through the Justice Avenue. Orange County Corrections, Orange County Fire and Rescue, Orange County Clerk of Courts, Orange County Supervisor of Elections. Let's give it up for Florida Center for Change, Orlando Utilities Commission, Orange County African American Employee Network, Orange County Fusion Fest, It's Nutty Peanuts, One Heart, Christian Service Center. Let's hear for all of our entertainment, Destiny Level Up, Curtis McKinnon, Todd Talks, Daughters of Purpose, and Inez Patricia Dance School. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been my plum-pleasing pleasure to be your host and DJ for the evening. Don't go anywhere. All the Greeks, stay at your table. The mayor is coming around to each table to take a picture with all of the Divine Nine organizations. Once again, all Greeks, head over to your table. Mayor Demmings is coming to your table to take a picture with you. And for all the people that are going to stay and dance, let's party. Also, we want to give a shout out to Gamma Phi Delta, ladies in the house. I see y'all up there. Gamma Phi Delta doing it big. Thank y'all for coming. Gamma Phi Delta, y'all come on the floor and do a line dance for me.